welcome back to my channel Rahul Print Study. In this video we will talk about the syllabus of first semester paper course name Law of Crime LLB, that is related to Indian Penal Code. Course code है LB104. Total class would be 60 plus 15, that is 75. Okay, there are 5 credits. Course objective, let's read. So guys, please subscribe, like and share. The primary objectives of this course are to familiarize the student with the key concept regarding crime and criminal law, to expose the student to a range of mental states that constitutes mens rea, that is guilty mind, essential of committing crime, and to teach a specific offences under the Indian Penal Code. They familiarize the students with the concept of criminal liability and the vastness of its horizons, to keep a student abreast of the latest legislative and judicial developments and the changes in the field of criminal law. Learning outcomes. The student should be able to identify the concept of criminal liability as distinguished from the civil liability. Okay, identify the elements of the crime in given factual situations, entailing culpability. Be familiar with the range of specific offences, bodily offence and the property offence. Okay, teaching method, it is for the faculty. Classroom teaching, lecture discussion, class presentation would be. Course content, classroom teaching with help of legislation and case material. This is the case material where I read. Okay, prescribed legislation, Indian Penal Code 1860. Okay, prescribed book, this is the reference book. You can see, you can take the screenshot. Fairly we just read PSC like criminal law. Okay, the present edition is 40th edition 2021. You can see the edition during while you purchase the book. PSA, this is recommendation by the professor, that's why I am just saying to you. Okay, let's move ahead. Units. First unit, principle of mens rea and strict liability. There are 2 leading cases for this. For understanding the principle of mens rea and strict liability, you have to read the State of Maharashtra versus Mayor Hans George 1965, 1 SCR, that is Supreme Court 123, All India Register, I don't think. Okay, AIR 1955, Supreme Court 72. Okay, nature of crime, element of crime. Okay, the another leading case is State of Madhya Pradesh versus Narayan Singh 1989, 3 SCC 596. You can see this case in 23 page of this paragraph. Okay, second unit, culpable homicide and murder. What is the difference between culpable homicide and murder? Okay, every culpable homicide is murder, but not vice versa. Okay, section 299 deals about the culpable homicide and 300 deals about the murder. We have also read from 299 to 302. 304 read with section 8, 11, 21, 32, 33, 39 and 52. 52 is bona fide, good faith. Offences of culpable homicide amounting and not amounting to murder distinguished culpable homicide of first degree provided in clause A, second degree in clause B, and third degree in clause C. End of section 299. IPC in Penal Code, each clause of section 299 sorry, content comparable clausing in section 300. Every murder is culpable homicide. सॉरी फॉर दैट गाइस, मैंने कह दिया था culpable homicide is murder not. Every murder is culpable homicide but not vice versa. It means every culpable homicide is not murder. Okay, culpable homicide is genus and murder is its species. Okay, intention, clause A of section 29 and clause 1 of section 300 related to intention. Raval Penta, there is a leading case for to understand the intention. Raval Penta Benkalu versus State of Hyderabad, AIR 1956, Supreme Court 171. This case you can see on 29th page of this case material. Mens rea and actors rea relationship. What is the relationship between mens rea and actors rea? फर्स्ट यूनिट में हमने पढ़ा व्हाट इज द डिस्टिंग्विश which distinguish the element mens rea and actors rea. But in second unit we have to read about the relationship between mens rea and actors rea that together forms crime. Okay, Plani Gordon प्लानी गोंडन वर्सेस एम्पेरर 1999 का केस है, जब स्टैम्प्स फॉर रिफॉर्म आया था. इन रे थवा मनी ऑल इंडिया 1943. Cause and effect relationship. The act of accused must be the causal factor or direct causal of death. Read with the section 301 of C. Imperial versus Masuri. Imperial versus Musnuru Surenarayan Murthy 1912 का केस. Comparison of clause B of section 299 with clause subsection 3 of section 300. There are three leading cases for this. Kapoor Singh versus State of Papsu, Birsa Singh versus State of Punjab, State of Andhra Pradesh versus R. Punnaya. Comparison of clause C of section 299 with clause 4 of section 300. Distinction between the intention and knowledge and role of the knowledge in section 300. Secondly, then comparison of the clause C of section 299 and clause 4 of section 300. There are two leading cases related to this. Emperor versus Mount Dhirajya, Garsibai versus the state. Okay, we need 3 specific exceptions to section 300. Okay, general and partial defense. Distinguish general defenses in chapter 4 from 96 to 76 to 106 of IPC if the applicable is in a case given negative criminality completely. Partial defense such as exception to section 300 partially reduce the criminality, not absolving an accused completely. The law based on sound principle of reason takes a lenient view in respect of murders committed on the spur of the moment. Exception 1 to 5 to the section 300. There are 5 exceptions of section 300 of murder are illustrative of partial defenses. Exception 1 to section 300, there is a leading case, KM Nanavati versus State of Maharashtra. Okay, reading Catherine O'Donovan defenses for battered woman who kill. 18 subclause 2, Journal of Law and Society 219. Okay, exception 4 up to section 300, there is a case छप्पू जादव वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश 2003 का केस है. यूनिट 4, homicide by the rash or negligent act not amounting to culpable homicide. Every murder is culpable homicide but not vice versa. Remember this line. Section 304 subsection capital A, distinction between negligence and rashness as form of mens rea. Mens rea requited is criminal negligence, inadvertent negligence, or criminal rashness. Advertent negligence. Okay. There are two leading cases. Cherubin Gregory versus State of Bihar. Hassan Hussain versus State of Andhra Pradesh. General exception, Unit 5, Chapter 4 of the Indian Penal Code, 5 lecture. General defense in Chapter 4 IPC, if the applicable is given case negative criminality competed. Private defense, Section 96 to 106 of IPC Indian Penal Code. The right of private defense has come to be recognized by all civilized society as the preventive and protective right where the state protection is not available. This right is essentially protective and preventive and never punitive. These are the limitations on the exercise of the right both in relation to offences against human body and a specific offense against property. The extent of this right against whom it can be exercised, when this right commences, how long it lasts, are dealt with the elaborately in NPC, Indian Penal Code. There are some leading case guys for this. Related to this, State of Uttar Pradesh versus Ram Swarup, Dev versus State of Uttar Pradesh. Kishan versus State of Madhya Pradesh. James Martin versus State of Kerala. Unit 6, kidnapping and abduction. Section 359 to read with 363. Read with section 1882, 83, 90. 82 related to the I guess under 7-year child if done any act not regarded as the crime. Dwelling capex. Okay, ingredients of the offense of kidnapping from lawful guardianship. Section 362. Distinction between taking in, inciting, enticing, and allowing a minor to accompany kidnapping from lawful guardianship is strict liability offense under Section 363, and the distinction between kidnapping and abduction, relevance of age, consent, force, deception, and motive. There are 3 cases for relating the kidnapping and abduction. S. Vardarajan versus State of Maharashtra. Thakurlal T. Badgama versus State of Gujarat. State of Haryana versus Rajaram. Unit 7, sexual offense. The offense of rape. Section 375, 376, 376 capital A to read with Section 90. Section 377 unnatural offence comparison to the made with the definition in the Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act 2001, that is POXO. Sorry. Section 354 assault or criminal force to a man with intent to outrage, hurt, modesty. Section 354 capital A sexual harassment. This is for example of category under the strict liability as per the Krishnamurti sir we read us taught us. Section 354B assault or use of criminal force to men with intent to disrobe. Section 354C voyeurism. Section 354 D capital D stalking, किसी का पीछा करना, that is considered in the stalking. Section 509 word gesture or act intended to insult the modesty of a man. There are two leading cases written to these sexual offences. Kanwar Pal Singh Gill versus State of Administration Uttar Pradesh Chandigarh through society. I don't know ACCY 2005 okay का केस है. Tukaram versus State of Maharashtra. Reading an open lecture to a Chief Justice of India of 1979. Force SSC 17. State of Punjab versus Gurmeet Singh. Independent Thought versus Union of India. Rajot Singh Johar versus Union of India Thought Secretary Ministry of Law and Justice 218. Okay, Unit 8. Joint liability of and group liability. Section 34, that is common intention of IPC Indian Penal Code. Provision for providing for group liability in crime including Section 34 and 149 of the IPC are exception to the general rule of the criminal liability that a man should be held liable for his own criminal acts and not for those of others. This provision providing for the vicarious liability, group liability are intended to deter people from providing for the vicarious liability. Group liability are intended to deter people from committing offences in group and to separate the prosecution to prove a specific actus reus of each members of the group. There are three cases related to joint liability, that is common intention, Section 34 of Indian Penal Code. सुरेश वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश 2001 की केस है. मिर्जाजी वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश. मैना सिंह वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ राजस्थान. अटेम्प्ट. The section 511 related to attempt. 307 309 of Indian Penal Code. These three sections are related to attempt, cover in Unit 9. There are four stages of commission of crime. First, intention to commit an offense. Second, preparation. Third, attempt. And fourth, forbidden consequences ensuing from the act of the accused after the stage of preparation is over. Okay. An attempt is direct movement towards the commission of an offense after the preparation is made. An accused is liable for the attempting to commit an offense even if the forbidden consequence does not ensure the reason beyond his control and is to punished for creating alarm and scare in the society. So guys, on the attempt you will punished. Okay. whether the commission of the act done or not. There are five cases. Asrali, Asgarali Pardhonia versus Temperer, Abhayanand Mishra versus State of Bihar, Om Prakash versus State of Punjab, State of Maharashtra versus Muhammad Yaqub, Gyan Kaur versus State of Punjab. I heard about this case, Gyan Kaur. Okay, sorry. Unit 10, offenses of theft, extortion, robbery, and dacoity. Okay, why there are some relationship between these crime or offense? When theft becomes extortion, when extortion becomes robbery, and when robbery becomes dacoity. Okay, section 378 is related to theft. 379, I guess, the punishment for theft. 383, that is extortion. 384, 390, and 391, that is dacoity or robbery. Read with the section 22, 25, 27, 29, 30, and 44. There are four cases. Pyarlal Bhargava versus State of Rajasthan, Jadu Nandan Singh versus Emperor, Sekkar versus Rumugam, State of Karnataka versus Varsave Goda. Unit 11, offences of criminal misappropriation, criminal breach of trust, and cheating. Section 403, 405 to 405, 415 to 16, 420, that is 9-11 वाला. 420, read with the section 29 to 30. Next, the case related to this offense. Jai Krishna Manohar Das Desai versus State of Bombay, Mahadeva Prasad versus State of West Bengal, Akhil Kishore Ram versus Perar, Sri Bhagwan SS Bhibi Maharaj versus State of Andhra Pradesh or Arunachal Pradesh. Teaching plan, this is for the faculty member. The credit or credit covers takes around 16 week, that is 112 days. Okay, facilitating the achievement of the course learning outcomes for us. Course learning outcome, teaching and learning activity, assessment tasks. Okay, unit 1. From unit 1, student will learn about the civil and criminal liability, mens rea and state liability. From unit 2, student will learn about the importance of the guardians of mens rea and the differentiation between the offenses of culpable homicide and culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Okay. From unit 3, student will learn about the specific exception to the section 300 of IPC, that is Indian Penal Code. A student will further learn about the guardianship of mens rea and in criminality concept of culpable negligence and causation of death by doing rash or negligent act. A student will learn from the unit 5 about general defenses containing in the IPC with emphasis on the right of private defense. From unit 6, a student will learn about the bodily offenses of kidnapping and abduction. From unit 7, a student will learn about the various sexual offenses with major thrust on the offense of the rape. They will also learn about the sexual offenses penalized by the recent 2013 amendment to the criminal law, that is Nirbhaya case. A Barmara committee suggested for aid under the section 100, that is related to acid attack. From 8 section from unit 8, a student will learn about the doctrines of joint liability, common intention, group liability in criminal law. From unit 9, a student will learn about the doctrine of inchoate liability and the various tests on attempt, that is 511. A student will learn about the property from unit 10 of property offense of theft, extortion, robbery, and equity. From unit 11, a student will learn about the property offenses, misappropriation, criminal breach of trust, and cheating. Important note: this is for you can read. The topics case suggestion reading given above are not exhaustive. The committee of teacher teaching of course shall be at liberty to revise the topics case suggest reading further. Okay. Students are required to study, refer to the lesson as amended from time to time, and consult latest edition of books. Okay. Now, there are some questions related to the criminal law of crime 1. All questions carry equal marks. Attempt any 5 question. Okay. You can just read, guys. These are the question. Okay. Question from 2015 and from 2014 for sample. Okay. For any topic discipline, we just read firstly about the nature of that topic. So in this course, first read about the nature definition of crime. So I will continue in next video. In this video, just I covered the syllabus of first semester, course title, law of crime 1, course code, LBCC104. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video will help for understanding the syllabus of law of crime 1 Indian Penal Code. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.